Hello my dear students, welcome back. What a joy to see you back. How was the quiz? It was pretty easy, isn't it? It's always easy. Why? Because it's you. Because you're the best. That's why it's so easy. Because you work so hard. You learn everything that Mr. Mac is here that taught you. And you're applying it. And that's why Mr. Mac's strong believer. Practice makes permanent. Yes, along with it comes perfect. Okay, my goal is to make it permanent. All right, so always understand the principle. Don't try to memorize the questions or anything that I show you, but understand the principle that I'm trying to teach you, and then take that principle and apply it. I can give you any type of question, you should be able to solve it. Alright, my dear students, in this lesson we're going to talk about multiplication and division for algebraic of fractions. Okay, so we're going to use the algebraic fraction in multiplication and division. Now let's first talk about multiplication, the general multiplication. Let's say, for example, Mr. Mac to give you 3 over 4 times, let's say, 12 over 15. When you multiply two fractions, alright, you don't have to have a common denominator. Okay, you use the double arrow method. Okay, another word right here. So right here you got a bow, and then you take two arrows and you line it up. And who does that? Exactly, Robin Hood. He puts the two arrows right there, and then when he shoots it, and what happens? It travels straight. Okay, straight. All right, what I mean by two double arrow method. Okay, let's say, Mr. Mac, let me put this away. All right, let me put right there. Okay, right there, this is double arrow. In other word, 3 times 12, 4 times 15. You just times like this, but before you times, you simplify it. What I mean by that, look at this, 3 over 4 times 12 over 15. You can simplify this way, this way, this way, or this way, the diagonal or straight down, but never this way. This is only for you to multiply. All right, okay, but this way, this way, this way, this way, and I call that bow tie method. See that? See, this way, or this way, this way. See that? Bow tie. Alright, so I can see if I can simplify this way. See, 3 and 15. Or look at that, 12 and 15 I can simplify. Or 4 and 12 I can simplify. Like this way I cannot. So the one that you can simplify, go ahead. Find the one that's easier for you. Alright, like look at that, 3 and 15. I can divide this by 3. I can divide this by 3. And that makes this one 1 and this one 5. What about I divide this by 4? I divide this by 4. And that gives me this one 1 and this one 3. See that? So what is left? 1, 3, 1 and 5. Now I use the double arrow method. 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 5 is 5. Right there, 3 over 5. That's the answer for that. Alright? Simplify first. So now if I give it a form of algebraic expression, let's say if I give you mn over, let's say, ut times, let's say, over nt, like this. How do you solve this? Well, we're going to use the double arrow method, but before that, see if I can solve like this. Look at that. This one got u, this one got u. I can cancel the u. This one got n, this one got n. I can cancel the n. Now I can use the double arrow method. M times m, m squared. T times t, t squared. Right there. That's it. Alright? Okay, let's say for example, if I give you, let's say, 3u over 4m, alright, times 12m squared over 9ut, and ask you to simplify this. Solve this. How do you do that? Okay, now look at this, 3 and 9 I can simplify. So I can divide this by 3, I can divide this by 3. That makes it this one 1 and this one 3. 4 and 12, I can divide this by 4, I can divide this by 4. That makes this one 1 and this one 3. What else can I do? Let's rewrite now. So after I simplify the number, left is 1u over, okay, 1m times 3m squared over 3ut. 3 can cancel right there. See that? Now I look for u and m. See that? U and u. I can cancel this u and that u. m and m squared. So there are two m's, so I can take one m off, left is m. So what is left? 1 times m, so which is m over 1 times t, m over t. That's it. See that? Very important, you simplify it. Okay, so now let's say, for example, if I give you u plus 3, all right, over u minus 3 times u minus 3, and then I times that with 4 over 5 u plus 3. Before I multiply them, look at this, u plus 3 and u plus 3. I can cancel this. U minus 3, I can cancel that. What is left? This is 1, 1, 1, 1 when I cancel them, alright? Okay, so left is 4 over 5. So 1 times 4 is 4, 1 times 5 is 5. 4 over 5. So it's very important you simplify it and then use the double arrow method to multiply them out. Very straightforward. It's not like the addition and subtraction where you have to have a common denominator in order to add or subtract. With multiplication, it doesn't have to be common denominator. Make sure you simplify that before you use the double arrow method to multiply them out. Okay? Okay, let Mr. Mac erase the board and we'll talk more. I'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, my dear student, this is what Mr. Mac did. I listed out 5 different possible questions that will give you a better understanding when you're dealing with the principle in multiplying algebraic fractions. Okay, so let's do that. First one, look at this. You got m over 4 times 6 over n. Now whenever you have a round number you're multiplying, okay, with the fraction, always put that in a form of fraction over 1 right there. Now before you apply the double arrow method, simplify. Can you see 6 and 4? You can simplify. You can divide this by 2, you can divide this by 2. That makes this one 3 and this one 2. Now use the double arrow method. M times 3, 3m. 2 times 1, 2. So in other words, 3m over 2. Now this is also can be written as 3 over 2m right there. Or you can leave it as 3m over 2. Alright? Now let's look at this one. And they're already in a form of fraction. Now see if you can simplify. Now 5 and 4, you can't simplify. That's no common number I can divide 5 and 4 with. Alright? But what about 3 and 6? Yes, I can divide this by 3, I can divide this by 3. That makes this one 1 and this one 2. Now I can use double arrow method. So you simplified, alright? So that, now look, is there any more further? Look at this, 4 and 2. I can simplify, divide this by 2, divide this by 2. See that? So it's very important. Now even if you didn't simplify, when you times them out, you can still look at it. Alright? Let's say for example, Mr. Mac didn't simplify that any further. I keep it up to 2. Alright? Because I divide 6 by 3, give me 2. Divide 3 by 3, give me 1. Now look at that. 1a times 4 is what? 4a. 5 times 2b, which is 10b. Alright? Now, am I done? No, look at that, 4 and 10. I can simplify further. Alright, if you missed it out here, when you times it out, you can see this one can still divide by 2 and divide by 2. That makes it 2a over 5b. Now, this is the simplest form. See that? Very important. You brought down to the simplest. Okay, now look at this one. You're given in 2 fractions, so you're multiplying, and they are in algebraic terms, alright? Okay, look at this. xy, 5xy, 6 over 6z, z, 12xz over 25y. Now in United States they call that z. That's how Mr. Mac used to live in the United States. So I learned the word z then z. So if I use the word z, but keep in mind this is I meant to say z. Okay, so z. So now we're going to simplify. First let's look this way. Alright, now look at that, 5 and 25. I can divide this by 5, I can divide this by 5. So that makes this one 1 and this one 5. See that? Now look at that, 6 and 12. I can divide this by 6, I can divide this by 6. Make that one 1, this one 2. So I dealt all the numbers. What about this way? 1 and 1, 2 and 5. Nope, I cannot simplify. Now let's look at the variables. X, nope. No, but can I do this way? No, only up and down or diagonal. Now what about y? Look at that. So y there, I cancel the y. Z there, I cancel the z. Left is what? 1x. Let me rewrite. 1x over, this only left 1, times 2x over 5. Alright? Now I use the double arrow method. 1x times 2x, 1 times 2 is 2, x times x is x squared. 1 times 5, 5. There you go. 2x squared over 5. And that's the answer. 2x squared over 5 for 3. Alright? Very important, okay? So that's why, see, this is kind of crowded. So that's why you always could have a big handwriting and write it big. So when you simplify, you can look at it. When you make it small and all kind of crowded together, when you try to cancel them out, and then on top of that putting more numbers, it can be confusing. That's why it's always good. So put big, 5xy over 6z times 12xz over 25y. Alright? So now I know I can divide this by 5, divide this by 5. See that? Divide this by 6, divide this by 6. 5 divided by 5, give me 1. 25 divided by 5, give me 5. 6 divided by 6 gives me 1. 12 divided by 6, give me 2. See that? Now look at the x. There's no way I can cancel x. So what about y and y? Y and y cancels out. Z and z cancels out. Okay, so now it looks very clear to me. I got 1 and x. So I put 1 and x over. After I cancel out, left is only 1. See that? I put 1 times. What about this one? Now this is belong up here, okay? So let's mix it up, this one, okay? Now, so left is what? 2, because 12 divided by 6 is 2 and x over 25 divided by 5 is 5. Y is already cancelled out. See that? So 1 times 2 is 2, x times x is x squared. 1, then we use the double arrow method. 1 times 5 is 5 right there. Same thing. Alright? Okay, good. Let's look at that one. Look at this. 4u minus 4 over 16 times 8 over u minus 1. Look at this. 4 and minus, see that 4 and 4. You can take 4 out. Let's say take the 4 out. What is left? U minus 1. Because this one is 4 times u. This one is 4 times 1. See, when I take 4 out, left is what? U. Minus. When I take 4 out, what is left? 1. See that? So over 16 times 8 over u minus 1. Look at this. U minus 1, u minus 1. I can cancel. See that? What about this one? I can divide this by 4. I can divide this by 4. Gives me what? 4 and 1. 4 and 8. I can divide this by 4. I can divide this by 4. Gives me 1. And this one, 2. What is left? 1. This whole thing left only 1. 1 times 2, which is 2. Right here, 1. And this one is gone. Over 1, which is what? 2. The final answer is 2. That's it. See that? This whole thing became to the 2 after you simplify. Make sure I extracted, I factored the 4 out. Left is what? U minus 1 after I took the 4 out. And then I canceled that with this. Alright? Now if this is confusing to you, if it kind of went too fast, rewind the video. Watch what Mr. Mac did. Let's look at this one. Look at this. X squared minus 16. From our previous lesson, a squared minus b squared, which is what? A plus b, a minus b. When you factor that, I can factor that. That means x plus 4, because this is actually x squared minus 4 squared. That means a squared minus b squared. A, b. That means x plus 4, x minus 4 over 3x squared y times 2xy over x minus 4. X minus 4, x minus 4. See, when they're multiplying, you can cancel. Alright? Now look at this one. You got y, y cancels out. That's a 2x, this side you got 1x. Left is 1x. So what is left? X plus 4, because this one cancelled out. And then you got 2 right there. Times 2 over 3x, because y is gone, 1x is gone from that. left is 1x right there. So you bring the 2 to the front, so it becomes 2x plus 4 over 3x right there. See that? Does that make sense? Okay, pretty easy, isn't it? Okay, be sure to go back and rewind that back if I went too fast or you think you lost in between when I'm doing this. Alright, I went from year to year. How do I do that? Because you know that this is x squared minus 4 squared right there, which is same as a squared minus b squared when I factored it from a previous lesson, sub-lesson, a plus b, a minus b, factorization. X plus 4, x minus 4. X minus 4 same as x minus 4. Cancel, cancel. Left is what? X plus 4. And here I cancel that with the x and y. X and y gone. Left is what? X and 3 and 2. 2 times x plus 4. See? 2 times x plus 4. 3x, there's only 1, so nothing there. Alright? 3x. Right there. Pretty easy, isn't it? Straightforward. Alright? Alright, good. Let Mr. Mac erase the board and we'll talk about the division. And I'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, my dear students, now let's talk the division. Alright, now first let's understand the basic division. How does the division works? Let's say Mr. Mac to give you 3 over 4 divided by, let's say 9 over 16. When you have a division, you convert that division to multiplication, and I call that doorknob method. What do I mean by that? This one's like a doorknob. When you turn this when you turn becomes multiplication, and this one flips. That means it becomes reciprocal, 16 over 9. When division becomes multiplication, this one flips. See that? The doorknob. When you turn, this one also turn, becomes 16 over 9. This one you just write exactly it says. Do not change this. Only this side. See that? When you turn the doorknob, this one also see that? This one 16 over 9. Right there. Rest is what? Multiplication that you just learned. Alright? So what do we do? Simplify first. Divide this by 3, divide this by 3. Simplify this way, divide this by 4, divide this by 4. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 16 divided by 4 is 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Double arrow method. 1 times 4, 4. 1 times 3 is 3. Right there. Of course you simplify. You cannot leave it as a improper fraction. But in this algebraic expression, you want to leave it that way. Alright? Because when you have the algebraic, all the unknowns and variables in it. Okay? Alright? See that? So now let's say, for example, if I give you 3x over 4y divided by, let's say, 9x z over 12yz. Let's say u. And ask you to solve this. What do you do? Doorknob method. This one, division becomes multiplication. What happened to this one? Flips or reciprocal. The bottom becomes, the denominator becomes numerator. The numerator becomes denominator. It just flips, become reciprocal. How about this one? Stay the same, doesn't change. Rest is what? Simplifying that you learned from the multiplication. So we see this way, alright? So now y and y I can cancel out. X and x I can cancel out. Look at that, 3 and 9. I can divide this by 3, I can divide this by 3. 4, I can divide by 4. With 4, I can divide 12 by 4. So what happens? 3 divided by 3 becomes 1. 4 divided by 4 becomes 1. 12 divided by 4 becomes 3. 9 divided by 3 becomes 3. Now look at that, 3 and 3. 1 and 1. Okay, what is left? 1, 1, 1, 1. Over here, all the variables cancel. Only left is u and z. 1 times u, it's u. 1 times z is z. U over z. Alright? So the thing is that I want you to pay attention. It's kind of messy over here, but I want you to understand how I simplified. Let me rewrite this again. Let me rewrite, because I'm very important. I want you to understand how I simplified. Alright? So let's take this. Okay, so you got 3x over 4y times, when this becomes times, this one reciprocal becomes 12yu over 9xz. Alright? So first, you can start with the numbers, doesn't matter, or you can start with the variables. Either way, okay, you decide. Alright, let's say we start with the numbers, okay? We want to solve this way, alright? Or vertical or diagonal. Never ever this way. This is only when you want to multiply. Alright? So 3 and 9. I can divide 3 by 3, 9 by 3. That means this one becomes 1 and this one becomes 3. 4 and 12. I can divide this by 4. I can divide this by 4. This one becomes 1 and this one becomes 3. Look at this. 3 and 3. I can divide this by 3. I can divide this by 3. It becomes 1 and 1. All the numbers become 1, 1, 1, 1 after I simplified. See that? Now left is the unknowns, the variables. Look at that. X and X I can cancel out. Because 1x, 1x, gone. Y and Y I cancelled out. Y is gone. Because it's only 1y and 1y. It's gone. It's not a squared. See, y squared, alright? Okay? So left is what? 1, 1. 1 times 1u becomes 1u. 1 times 1z becomes 1z, which is u over z. That's it. See that? The division part is what? Division become multiplication. This one flips. That's it. That's all I gotta do. Rest of it's what? From multiplication we learned earlier. Apply that principle. For division, just that one step that you gotta keep in mind. This one right there. Let's say, for example, if I give you, let's say, now 4x divided by, let's say, 6. Remember, put that as a fraction, 6 over 1. You do it. If I give you 6, you put that 6 over 1. And then use the doorknob method. This one becomes multiplication. What happened to this? 1 over 6. 4 over x. Simplify. Divide this by 2. Divide this by 2. Becomes 2. This one becomes 3. 2 times 1 is 2. X times 3, 3x. Right there. 2 over 3x. That's it. Alright? Pay attention. If I give you just this, you put over 1. Alright? Okay, good. I'll do the same thing. Let Mr. Mac erase the board. I'll list out few problems. And we'll solve it together. And I'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, my dear student, Mr. Mac listed 3 questions on the board. Let's do it together, okay? So first one, you got RS over 9 divided by ST over 18. You get division. What do you do to the division? Use the doorknob method, alright? So we're going to turn this division to multiplication. When I do that, so become RS over 9. Stay the same. What changes when this becomes times? This one right here, it becomes reciprocal, becomes 18 over ST, right there. Before I apply double arrow method, what do? I simplify. Very important, I simplify. That means S and S can cancel out. R and T, no way, we cannot do that, alright? They're 2 different variables, alright? But 9 and 18, I can divide this by 9, I can divide 18 by 9. That makes this one 1 and this one 2. Now I can apply the double arrow method. R times 2 is 2R. 1 times T is 1T. But you don't put 1, just put T. So 2R over T. See that? Pretty easy. Alright, let's do next one. Look at this one. M over U squared minus 25 divided by M squared over U plus 5. Division becomes multiplication. Don't do anything yet. I know right away you say, whoa, look at that. A squared minus B squared. Wait. Let's change that division to multiplication. Then we simplify. Alright? Alright. So we're going to set M over U squared minus 25. We're going to keep it this one. This one becomes multiplication. The doorknob method. Alright? Okay, so that becomes U plus 5 over M squared. Now look at this. A squared minus B squared. This is actually M over U squared minus 5 squared. See that? See, everything that we learned in previous lessons is coming handy. Okay? That's why Mr. Mac always encourage. understand each lesson, sub-lessons, before you move on. Because what you learned previous sub-lessons is going to continue on the next lessons, next sub-lessons, alright? Okay, so we know this one will be what? M over U plus 5, U minus 5 times U plus 5 over M squared. Now, can I simplify? Yes, U plus 5, U plus 5. Cancel. M and M squared. Left one M, this M is gone. Alright, which is 1 actually, alright? And this one is 1. So now I can use the double arrow method. 1 times 1, 1. U minus 5 times M, so it'll be M U minus 5 right there. Right there, that's it. This is gone, that's gone. Left is 1, 1, because M is gone with that one, left is M. So M times U minus 5, 1 over M times U minus 5, right there. That's it. Alright, let's do this one. Again, don't try to do anything. So division becomes multiplication. So this stays the same, 6x plus 3y over xy. Division becomes multiplication. What happens to this one? Flips, very important, reciprocal. This becomes numerator and this one becomes denominator. Now try to see how you can simplify. Now look at this, 6 and 3. When you see something like this, try to factor them out. Maybe that will help you. Alright, let's take 3 out. When I take 3 out, when I take 3 out of the 6, which is 3 times 2, left is what? 2x. When I take 3 out of the 3, I mean this one, 3 times 1, left is 1, 1y. Alright, you don't have to show the 1. Alright, let's take the 1 out. Over xy times x squared y, 2x plus y. Look at this, 2x plus y, 2x plus y. I can cancel those. Y and y, I can cancel. This one got 1x, this one got 2x. Left is 1x, this one is gone. What is left? 3 times x, 3x. Over there, over here, all is gone because 1 times 1 is 1, which is 3x. That's all, right there. Does that make sense? Because see that? 3, I cancelled out this 2x plus y with 2x plus y. When I cancel, I got 1 left, 3 left. This one you got x squared and y. Y cancelled out, x and x squared. Left 1x. So 3 times x, 3x. 1 times 1, 1. So 3x over 1 is 3x. That's it. Pretty easy. Alright? Alright, my dear students. It's time for hands-on practice. That's the best way to learn what Mr. Mac taught all this time. Alright? It's pretty heavy stuff, but nothing is heavy, nothing is difficult. Everything is easy for my dear students. Why? You belong to Scoring Math Victory and you have Mr. Mac, the best, to bring the best for you. To challenge the best, which is you. Alright? Alright, my dear students. Let Mr. Mac erase the board, but let's check what Pablo's doing. Oh, yes, Pablo. We love Pablo, don't we? He's busy putting hands on practice. Alright, good. Let Mr. Mac erase the board and I'll be back and we'll call Pablo and we have fun with the hands on practice. I'll be back. Alright, my dear students, are you ready for some hands-on practice? Alright, let's call Pablo. Okay, I know you are. And look like Pablo is ready too. Let's call him out. Pablo, come on over, Pablo. Our dear students are ready for some hands-on practice. And they are waiting on you. Alright, my dear student, here he is. He's going to hand over the worksheet, okay? Once you get the worksheet, be sure to pause the video. And once you're done, invite Mr. Mac in. And we can work together. And here it is. Have fun. Alright. Good. How was it? Pretty easy, isn't it? I know a few questions, but challenging one, all right? And I know you got it all, because why? You're the best. All right, let's do it together, okay? All right, first one, you're given one, find the product, okay, of the following, and then they want you to express in the simplest form, all right? So 1a, you're given 4u squared over vw times v squared w over 12u squared. Alright, now before you multiply, what do you have to do? Simplify. Very important. Before you use the double arrow method, see if you can simplify them. Alright, so let's start with the numbers. 4 and 12. I can divide this by 4, I can divide this by 4. That makes this one 1 and this one 3. Alright, now what about next? Look at that, V and W, V and W. So I can cancel V of this and left 1V, and W is gone. What about U squared and U squared? Those two is gone. See that? Alright, let's rewrite that. So left is what? 1, and this is pretty much all gone, left 1, times what is left? V and 3. Now I use the double arrow method. 1 times V is V, 1 times 3 is 3. So V over 3. Alright? So be careful when you cancel them out. It's kind of messy, isn't it? So pay attention to it. Alright? Make sure you write them down. V and then 3, all that. Alright? Because on this one, if you really look at it, 4 divided by 4, give me 1. That's gone. Alright? And then 12 divided by 4, give me 3. Alright? U squared, that cancelled out. V and V squared. Left is V and V cancelled out. Left 1V. W and W, that cancelled out. See that? 1 times V, 1 times 3 right there. Alright? Okay, you got it? Alright, I know you got it too because you already did it. Okay, good. Let's go to B. Okay, B, you're given m squared minus n squared over mn times m squared n over m plus n. Right there. A squared minus b squared. What does that tell you? A plus b. Oh, should be m plus n, okay? M plus n times m minus n over mn times m squared n over m plus n. Now look at that. M plus n, I can cancel out. M squared, left 1m, n right there. So left is what? M times m minus n. So m times m minus n right there. And the bottom, because we're using the double arrow method. This one is gone, this one is gone. Pretty much it's 1 and 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Pretty much m minus n right there. That's your final answer. Alright? Okay, because this is 1 and 1 right there. Because this is cancelled out with that, left is 1. Mn already cancelled out with that, m left here, 1 left here. Alright? That's it. Okay, you got it? Good job. Let's do C. Now C, you're given 6a minus 12b over ab plus 4a times 4 plus b over a minus 2b. Alright? You said, whoa, it looks confusing. Nothing confuses my dear students, alright? So what do? Just simplify this one first. See this one. Take this 6 out. Because 6 can taken out from 6 and 6 can taken out from 12. Because we know that this is 2 times 6, this is 1 times 6. Alright, let's take 6 out. When I take 6 out, left is 1, A. When I take 6 out, left 2, B. See that? Over. Look at that. A and A. I can take A out. Left is what? B plus 4. See? Times 4 plus B. Wait a minute. B plus 4 and 4 plus B, they are same. It's just that turned around. So I can rewrite this one as B plus A. Same thing. Why? Now look there. I can cancel them out. They look now they're identical. Alright? And then this one I cannot simplify. Leave it A minus 2B. Look at this. Cancel, cancel. Look at this. This one. Cancel, cancel. What is left? 6 over A. That's it. That's the all answer because this is 1, this is 1. 6 times 1 is 6. 8 times 1 is A. So 6 over A. See? Simplifying it. Come to the simplest form. Look at this. Whoa. But after I simplified, look, 6 over A. That's the beauty about mathematics. Isn't that beautiful? I love mathematics. I know you love mathematics. Mathematics is fun. All right, right there. Okay, good. Let Mr. Mac erase the board and we'll do problem number 2 and I'll be back. Are you ready? Alright, let's do it. Okay, let's do problem number 2. Divide the following, okay? So 2a, okay, we're given 2a, which is 3a over b squared c divided by 9a squared over bc. What do we do? Simplify. No. We don't touch it anything until we switch that division to multiplication. That's right. Let's switch it. Let's use the door now. Alright? We're going to turn that division. Boom! It becomes multiplication. Boom! This one flips. Become BC over 9A squared. What about this one? Rewrite exactly. No changes to that one. Alright? Right there. Now back to the multiplication. Simplify. Let's start with this one. 3 and 9. I can divide this by 3. I can divide this by 3. That becomes 1. And this one becomes 3. See that? A and A squared. You got 1A is gone. There's a 2A. Left is 1A. Alright? What about B squared and B? B is gone. Left 1B. Okay? C cancels out. So what is left? 1 over B. What is left? There's a 1 right there. So 1, because B and C cancelled out already. Left is 1. 3A. See that? Now I use double arrow method. 1 times 1 is 1. B times 3A is 3AB. Right there. That's it. Isn't that fun? Easy. Am I right? You got it. Okay, good. Now let's go to B. Alright? Problem B. Okay, problem B, you're given 5x minus 15y over x squared minus y squared divided by x minus 3y over x plus y. What is our first step? That's right. That's right. Change this to a squared minus b squared. No, Mr. Mac, that's wrong. We gotta change the division to multiplication. That's right. We don't want to touch anything. I know, it's so exciting. Oh, yes, a squared minus b squared. Yes, I can factor this. No, none of those we're going to touch. We're going to change the division to multiplication. That's right. We change this to multiplication. All right. What happened to this one? Reciprocal. Flips. All right. So x plus y over x minus 3y. See, this one, the denominator becomes numerator, numerator becomes denominator. We use the Darnout method. Now what about this one? Write it exactly. 5x minus 15y over x squared minus y squared. Alright, now simplify them. Alright, I'm just going to erase this out. Alright, so let's keep this. Let's take 5 out. When I take 5 out, left is what? X minus 3y. Why is that? Because this is 5 times x, this one is 3 times 5 times y. See, when I take the 5 out, left is x, left is 3y, the minus right there. See that? I factored the 5 out, alright? X squared minus y squared. A squared minus b squared. A plus b times a minus b. That means x minus y plus, times x plus y. Am I right? So, x plus y times x minus y, or x minus y plus times x plus y. Doesn't matter which arrangement you do. Either this plus comes minus or minus comes plus. Alright? Okay, make sure I'm saying it right. I'm so excited because the math is so easy. We're having fun. When Mr. Mac gets so excited sometimes I don't know what I'm saying. Alright? Okay, well, not really. I know what I'm talking. Am I right? Okay, just sometimes I get so excited, miss the word. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, good. So x plus y, x minus y. Okay? Alright, what about this one here? Nothing changed, alright? Stay the same. Nothing to factor it out, nothing to, we leave it the way it is. Right there. Now look at this. X plus y, x plus y. I can cancel this. Right? Look at this. X minus 3y, x minus 3y. I can cancel that. Isn't that fun, cancelling? Alright, make sure it's identical, then you can cancel. Don't just start cancelling, alright? Make sure they're identical, alright? Okay, good. What is left? 5, and this one is 1. 5 times 1 is 5. X minus y times 1 x minus y. So your answer is right there. 5 over x minus y. Wow! You got it too! That's the beauty! That's the best part of it. That's pretty heavy stuff you learned and you got it. I'm so proud of you. You are the best. You're always the best. And you deserve the best. And that's why Mr. Mac is here to bring the best. And it's coming from the best. Alright, my dear student. This is the end of the sub-lesson. Also the end of the lesson. So that means, there you go. I didn't mean by that. Pablo, yes, that's quiz. It means there's a time for quiz. It means also we're going to be going for the next lesson. Alright? Okay, well, be sure to take the quiz like Pablo said. I dare you. Be sure to take the quiz. Alright, say that back to him. Pablo, go ahead, say to him. Pablo, I take your dare. I will do the quiz and then I will see Mr. Mac on the next lesson. Because I'll be here waiting for you. Because I'm excited to teach you. Because you're the best, you deserve the best, and I only want to bring the best, and it's coming from the best. Alright, my dear students, have fun with the quiz, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye-bye.